Well, I think that the freshwater inflow coming down the Guadalupe River, as well as any of the river systems coming to the cove, are kind of the lifeblood of the bay. If you don't have it, the life in the bays is going to suffer from it.
Without crabs, a whooping crane will not have a successful nesting season. It's been proven time and time again. In this last season, we lost just about 10% of the whooping crane population, and we know we're out there every day and they're just not getting blue crab.
This last fall, 270 whooping cranes came here. 23 of them died.
To have a species that was once on the brink of extinction, to bring it back only to then turn around and kill it, because we cannot manage water use effectively in the state of Texas, I think is a tragedy of global proportions.
The Aransas Project is an organization that seeks to change the management practices, what we consider the mismanagement of the Guadalupe River system, in a way that will assure adequate supplies of fresh water to San Antonio Bay, down out of the Guadalupe River, and Aransas Bay and surrounding bays.
I love everything about our bay system here. And so it saddens me when it's not 100%. And I can remember being able to catch fish every cast. And that's no longer here.
Any kind of sea life, or it has a certain balance, it has a certain salinity, temperature that they like. If it's not here, they'll move somewhere else to find it.
Anything that affects our bays is going to affect tourism, the fishing, the recreational activity. So any kind of detriment to our bays is really something that we look out for, that we watch very carefully.
The health of the bays, based on water inflows, is extremely important to our very economy here. So I don't think that you take care of an upstream problem at the expense of downstream folks. This doesn't seem right.
There is less water coming down the Guadalupe, coming down the San Antonio rivers to make a balance out here. And if they have an imbalance in the bays, then we don't have the food for all of our birds, more especially the whooping cranes.
Every winter, I looked forward to the weekly whooping crane update. By February of last year, I didn't want to read the emails anymore because the birds were starving to death and they were under such stress trying to find fresh water that it was horrible.
It's pretty evident that the loss of the whooping cranes, the mortality of them last year, it mirrors pretty much the reduced flows down the rivers.
Well, from a legal standpoint, we've made a scientific determination that the mismanagement of the river by the state of Texas, particularly the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, violates the endangered species law, which is federal law that protects, among other things, the whooping cranes.
It seems so simple. Why not leave some water for the whooping cranes? Why not leave something for them? Why take it all?
Water is getting scarce for more people all the time. We need it here, they need it there. There's no need of them to suffer because of us, no need of us to suffer because of them if it is managed properly.
A formula of balance for really determining how those water rights are going to be let over the years to come that eventually will feed and maintain these bays at the levels they need to be maintained, as well as support those upstream that obviously are dependent upon that as well. But there's a balance in there, you have to reach that.
I'll tell you right now, I'm a conservative, but this is a project that is so important and has so many ramifications for the whole ecosystem that it's so important to support it.
I feel the Aransas Project is extremely important to get fresh water into our bay system so that we can survive. I think without the tourists, without the ability to fish, we would just shrivel up and die. And I think anybody that's working to keep that from happening has my vote, and I will tell anybody and everybody who will listen to me to support it.
Florida, Maryland, Virginia are now spending billions of dollars trying to recover that system that we already have here. And all we have to do is protect it. And that's what the Aransas Project is about, protecting that vital resource, and one that's evaporating from everywhere else in the world but here.